Percy Jackson isn't expecting freshman orientation to be any fun. But when a mysterious mortal acquaintance appears on campus, followed by demon cheerleaders, things quickly move from bad to worse. In this fourth installment of the blockbuster series, time is running out as war between the Olympians and the evil Titan Lord Kronos draws near. Even the safe haven of Camp Half-Blood grows more vulnerable by the minute as Kronos' army prepares to invade its once impenetrable borders. To stop the invasion, Percy and his demigod friends must set out on a quest through the Labyrinth, a sprawling underground world with stunning surprises at every turn. This book is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Book 4, The Battle of the Labyrinth. And this is one of my favorite Percy Jackson books, as you can probably look back at my other video, my favorite books. But this is the review of this book, because I haven't done one yet of this one. But I have done a review of the first 3 books of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and you can look back at those if you want. And yeah, so this, as I said, is one of my favorites, so I hope I can make this review good and say some things about it. It's the one where Percy goes in the labyrinth to search for Daedalus or Daedalus. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right, which I probably am not. But if you know how to pronounce it, please type a comment or something. I'll delete bad comments though, probably, if I see them. But yeah, this book is fantastic. Good, as I always say. But there's more to that than good. It's hilarious, it's action-packed, lots of sword fighting, lots of confusion in the labyrinth. As you might know if you've read the book, the walls and the floors always change wherever they go, and time is not the same there. Yeah, I think it's Percy, Annabeth, maybe Grover, probably Grover, yeah, and Tyson. And they go on a quest to find Daedalus, and I don't really, it was a long time ago I read this book, so I can't say so much about it. Just gonna check a bit. They go to a ranch, and Percy has to clean up all this horse poo with water. If that's a spoiler, I'm sorry if you haven't read the book, but I would suggest reading the books. And if you haven't read the first books, like the 1, 2, 3, I suggest read those too. Don't only look at the movie Lightning Thief, because the book of that one is way better. But of course, we're here to talk about this book, The Battle of the Labyrinth. Percy is much older and more well-trained than he is in the first books. Well, the third one, he's pretty used to it, but like he's way more mature and stuff like that than in the first one. So yeah, in this one, well, I'm just going to tell a spoiler right now, so if you haven't read the book and you want to read the book, I'll suggest stopping this video right now. Okay, so the spoiler, it's not really a spoiler, but what I'm going to tell is that in this book, Percy finally has like a war with Kronos and his army. His army has loads of different monsters. I forgot what most of the monsters were, but they have some human or demigods or humans or something. They have Luke, of course. They maybe had some minotaurs, I think, maybe. I don't know about Cyclops, but they had lots of monsters. But then, of course, the camp fights back, and they have their war, and Percy's camp wins, of course, but they haven't defeated Kronos yet, because this is only the fourth book, and there is 5 books of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. And I haven't read the 5th book yet. I'm going to do that when I finish one of my other books. And it's called The Last Olympian. And yeah, and that's probably the final battle between Percy and Kronos. Or Percy and Luke or something like that. And Daedalus dies in this book. They finally find him and then he dies. It's not very good, but he gives... If Daedalus dies, the Labyrinth goes, and that's what they need, because that's how Kronos and his army got through to Camp Half-Blood, because they came through, there's like a little entrance to the Labyrinth from the camp, and that's where they came from the Labyrinth. So yeah, the Labyrinth is really big, and lots of people use it to get to other places, and you could probably go to China or something even. I don't know. But yeah, one of the best Percy Jackson books so far. Like in every Percy Jackson book, it just says, like, you can just read the first chapter of the next book upcoming, and I just read one chapter of The Last Olympian, and it seemed good even in the first chapter here, and then there's a chapter here, like, yeah. And since I read them a long time ago, I hope when I read The Last Olympian, I'm going to remember what had happened before. And I'm sorry if this wasn't much to say about this book. It was a long time ago I read it. Now I make a review. Perfect, isn't it? But it's just that it's summer and I have loads more time to do reviews. But yeah, this is a review of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Book 4, Battle of the Labyrinth. See you later.